What's up guys and girls, Synergy here, and we're bringing you a brand new video. This one's going to be this week's Nightfall. I've been slacking a little bit with my uploads, and obviously I've got a lot of videos yet to come for you from previous Nightfalls as well. What we're going to do is we're going to go through this one, and the class that we're actually going to be using first is going to be the Hunter Gunslinger Class. Now the weapons that I'm going to be using is the Doom of Chel, the 1000 Yard Stir, the Quillen's Terminus, Truth, and also the Sleeper Simulant. Now I'm going to explain exactly why I'm using each specific one for you. So this is going to be like a little solo guide for the hunters, rather than having to use tether, and blade dancer will undoubtedly get you killed if you're actually using that super in this particular Nightfall. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to start out by using a Truth rocket launcher, or any rocket launcher that you do have handy. The reason being is what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take out the small scions. Now what will happen with the scions is if you don't take them out fast and you don't take them out quick, all of them will start to duplicate themselves. When they duplicate themselves, they'll obviously do a lot more DPS on you, and it'll just become a bit of a ball ache. As soon as you move forward, this little black orb's going to spawn here, so you want to fire 2 rockets there. 1 and 2. That'll take out all of those ads. Then you can see that there's a little orb that's actually following you. Sorry, my throat's a bit on the offside. Right, the next part is the tortured hobgoblins. One shot to the head will get them near enough dead with a 1000 Yard Stir. Obviously, if you're using the spindle, then it's probably 1 shot, 1 kill. However, there's a reason that I'm using this one, because it allows me to use the exotics that I want in my heavy slot. The next part you want to do is get rid of these black orbs, because you don't want to accidentally run into them and then start going rage mode. As soon as you move forward from here, you're going to have the tortured Centurion. Now this is where my helmet basically comes in handy. Now I'm using the helmet that has the 6 times penetration on, so it gives me only 1 golden gunshot, but it will take out any one of the yellow bars, nice and easy and nice and fast. As you can see here, just to give you an idea of those scions and what they do when they sort of group up, you can see how they duplicate themselves. So I'm just going to kill these as fast as I can, and I'm showing you how awkward it is to kill them while you're using your primary weapon. Yeah, gotta get on. And you can see my health as basically being abolished there. However, now that we've done that, you want to watch out for the shields first. Just duck into cover, you'll be pretty damn safe. Be careful if you do leave any snipers up, like for example I didn't actually realise I left that hobgoblin up. And then just take out the last phalanx. Now always be aware of your surroundings, where your heavy ammo is. For example, I'm actually going to take the rockets at this part, and you're going to see exactly why I chose to do so in around about 1 minute. So first of all, Axis Hydra, pretty simple, just snipe him in the eyeball and he will be dead. There we go. Finish him off with a primary, so you're not using too much of your specialist weapons. The reason being is obviously it's specialist favoured. So the next part is I'm going to come over to the left, duck behind here, run forward and jump over. My health will regen, but only to about 1/4 health. Right, as we get down here, what you're going to find is you're going to find 1 black orb will spawn, and also 3 Centurions. So first of all, I'm just going to fire a rocket. You can see I completely whiffed the first one. There we go, so we took his shields off and we know that. Next part we're going to do is we're going to snipe him. There he is. Let's try and snipe him as fast as we can, because if he gets quite close, it's going to do a lot of DPS to us. This is where the golden gun comes in handy. As you can see, 1 shot, 1 kill. Right, now we've got a good amount of health in our inventory, so first of all we're just going to stay back here. Now when I actually go out into the open and I kill one of these, you're going to see exactly why. Can you see? It's like an invisible wall where it stops. In other words, the hobgoblins only have a certain amount of range that can fire those bolt casters at you. Okay, just having a look around because obviously this is our first attempt, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our time, be careful, take it easy like Sunday morning. So we're going to take out this one here, but we've got to bear in mind that the top one can still snipe us. Now the top one's going to be protected by a shield from another one, so you need to take out that other one first, as you can see I just do with my sniper. Unfortunately he does end up behind the wall, which makes it a little bit more awkward. So you can see me trying to get up the hill there. There we go, headshot. 1 and 2, and you can actually dodge these just by shifting left and right. From there what you're going to do is you're going to pick up whatever ammo you can get, because you're going to need as many rockets as you can. Try to avoid picking up the heavy ammo, we'll explain why very shortly. So we're going to deploy our ghost, jump straight down and go back as though we were going to the beginning. Now what will happen here is you obviously need to kill 4 different mages, and first of all I'm just going to use this rocket as a bit of cover, because you can see those bolt casters, they do damage you, and considering your guardian shields don't replenish, basically that's not good. Okay, so we're just going to take out this orb here. Don't really worry about taking out those orbs because they do actually respawn. Sorry, not respawn. What the fuck am I talking about? What the orbs don't actually do at this particular part is they don't keep spawning enemies after enemies. Now you want to use as many rockets as you can to clear this out. Bearing in mind you are going to have adds that are spawning right behind you right now. So you need to get a jog on and basically get the hell back to the centre. Okay, so now we're at the centre. You're going to see we've got invisibles. My rocket went straight through that one, so I'm just wasting whatever rockets I've got left. There you go, and we're just going to snipe that one, then snipe that one, and if you can't snipe them, don't worry, just get to somewhere safe and start taking them down with your primary or your heavy ammo if you're not that confident. Okay, we're going to use this wall again. The reason being is we're going to take a lot of splash damage here because a lot more rads have actually spawned in. Just going to snipe one down. You can see the other one's protected by a shield, so these ads need to go. So 1, 2 and 3. There we go. Now that the ads have gone, we're free to actually kill the last Minotaur. There we go. He's now down. Now you can see we've got no specialist ammo and we've got no heavy ammo at the moment, which is very similar to what you're probably going to find. However, we do have our golden gun, which is the one shot at 6 times penetration. Celestial Nighthawk, in case you're wondering. If you don't have that particular helmet, don't worry, you can basically just take the 4 shots on them, but obviously it's not going to give you as much time. I actually wasted it there, but it wasn't really that much of a waste. So we'll take out that one Centurion to begin with. What we're going to do is we're going to take out the devoured Centurions that are not yellow bars first. The reason being is there's going to be a lot of orbs coming at us, and we just need to minimalise that DPS damage. Go, you can see he's just getting his shield back. We're going to try and get that shield back off and just finish that one off. There we go, he's now dead. We do have one more that is alive, but we are going straight for this special ammo here. So if you do have the special ammo, which chances are you will have some drop by now, you just want to grab it and then get back to your original starting position. So first of all, take this out, wait for him, snipe, 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 and there we go, he should be dead. No, he's not dead! Ah! Okay, so we're just going to have to finish him off again. We're using our primary because the shield's already halfway down, And we're just going to get away from this orb because we don't want it to take us out. Now we do have 6 sniper shots at the minute. We've took down 3 of the 4. You can see the last one is right there, and you can also see that I just took a high amount of damage. So you want to be careful of the sniper that's on top, and you can just snipe that guy down and the one that's on top will suddenly disappear like he never even existed. This is where I'm going to switch to the sleeper. I'm going to use a special synth. The reason I'm using the special synth is we have a heavy ammo drop right here, so therefore I can just loot that, get me 9 shots in my sleeper simulant. And we have the actual Fallen Walker. Now it's pretty simple on this. Obviously you do want to snipe the legs as much as possible. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do have a spindle equipped, this will do a little bit more DPS than what the 1000 yard will do, because the impact is slightly higher. There we go, leg 1 down. Okay, we're moving on to the second leg right now. So we're just going to keep sniping that leg. That's the second leg down. Now you can see we're actually out of ammo at the moment, so what we're actually avoiding doing is using our sleeper simulant. So we're going to jump down, grab whatever special ammo you can find. Now the one thing I will say about this particular part as well is you want to save that sleeper simulant as much as physically possible, and the reason being it's going to help you out at the end part. So we're just going to work on the other 2 legs and get him down pretty soon. Just be careful of the actual firebolt from the tank. There you go, fire rocket, just dodge him left and right, and there we go, the tank is now down. Now that the tank's down, you can jump down, sparrow up, and you're just going to make your way to the end part. Now a lot of people will make a mistake in this Nightfall, is sometimes they'll just run directly straight through, thinking they're the bee's knees and stuff like that. Literally about 6 times out of 10 you will get slapped. If you're on the hunter you can go invisible and obviously just walk past them all. That's one way of doing it, but in order to do so you have to switch up, so it doesn't make sense. So all we're going to do here is we're going to have a bit of fun pointing left and right while on our sparrow. The sparrow that I have equipped is not the fastest one, so I do apologise about that. I actually used this for the sparrow racing when it was out. I'm going to come up to here, you can see my sparrow's nearly taken out. Now we're going to sort of just check what we've got. Now this is the awkward part, these tortured vandals, what they have is they have the shield ability, and while they're in that shield it will basically regen their health, which is a real bugger just to get them down. So I'm actually using the sleeper, I managed to get rid of one. Why didn't that connect? That was right on him! Ah! So on that note, what I decided to do is come to the left hand side, and we're actually going to run straight through. Obviously you don't really advise to do that, but if you're confident enough to do it, that is the best way of doing it, otherwise those vandals are going to take a while just to get down. Now when you're in this room we're going to use certain tactics. A lot of YouTubers and stuff like that will use the cheese tactic. Now the cheese tactic is basically going from the outside, doing a little wall glitch and then ending up on the lampshade or something like that, so therefore he can't actually shoot you. And neither can the ads. Well, you have a certain amount of protection, much like you do when you're actually in Tanix on the lampshade, for example. Okay, so pick up whatever special ammo you can get, and obviously hopefully at this moment you've got a good set of ammo, whether it be your sniping ammo or whether it be your sleeper simulant. Obviously your specialist is favoured, we're just checking our synth right there. wait for the doors to close before you take any sort of shots at Valus. So doors have closed, I'm just going to edge out, one shot. Use that box to protect you from the rockets that he will fire from his cannon. There we go. And we got 2 more sleeper shots. Now you can see the sleeper's actually doing a fair decent amount of damage. Now what we're going to do is we're going to edge out with the sniper. We absolutely whiffed that one shot there. So we're just going to aim at the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to reload. Right, the ads are coming now. And you can see that Valus is actually moving. When Valus moves, you want to come behind this box right here. The reason being is you're going to have a lot of protection. So first of all, take some pop shots and see if you can get some headshots right now, like so. If you're not that confident aiming, just wait for him to come closer. Right, so now you can see my viewpoint from behind this box. There's a small little gap, as in a little leanway, that allow you to get those headshots on him. What you want to do is you want to shoot down any of the normal ads with your primary ammo. And the only reason for that is because while you're sat down there, they can still shoot you, and it's just pretty annoying, especially if you're getting shot with a sniper that doesn't have unflinching gun. Okay. You can see an ad right there, but you'll find generally most of the ads, they will back up. Now the one thing you don't want to do, guys and girls, and you must listen to this particular part, while you're at this box, you see the room on the left hand side, do not walk into that room. If you do, you will have 3 yellers that will spawn, and they'll come up there, they'll be hard to kill. If they hit you with your shield, you're basically screwed. So we're going to use our 6 times penetration shot, which took off around about 32k damage, DPS, whatever you want to call it, and then we're going to get on to the headshots again. So we've used our sim, there we go. Always watch out for the rockets and just be careful of his movement. While he's moving, the headshots might be a little bit more difficult. When he starts moving to the right, like so, you want to make sure you're away from those rockets. In other words, not in the open. Okay, so now we know we've got quite a lot of ads up, so we're just going to shoot there, throw our grenade. Grenade takes the pew out, and we're just going to take some of these out with the primary ammo. Obviously we are taking damage. The scions you want to watch out for just because of the bolt cast that they actually put on the floor, similar to the Hunter's Blade Dance Razor's Edge. Okay, sentry down, Legionary. Now the ones with the shields, you will find they won't bother you too much, but if you're in this particular position trying to get the headshots on Valus, you're going to find it pretty damn annoying when they're shooting you from the side. Now this is the part that I'm actually using right here, and I'm using the box right now on the right hand side. Because you can see I've got a nice little head glitch position right there. You want to be careful of the scions that are around you, because they will happen and they will show up out of basically nowhere. Okay, so you can see there's another one there. I'm actually following against my own rule at the moment. You can go into this particular part only at certain times. So the reason I've done that is so I can get as much special ammo as physically possible. Okay, so you can see Valus is right there. So we just took a pop headshot, another one, and we're dodging the rockets. Just keep an eye on where the rockets are and you will be fine. Now just bear in mind that it can fire 2 sets of rockets in quick succession. Okay. This is the part where you don't want to really cut yourself out. The reason being is that cannon will absolutely tear through your health. So we're just going to use that little head glitch right there, straight through the gap, and grenade, and boom! That is the Nightfall.